Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here we go. Blitz red.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ultra. Go ultra. Go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 20! And all the way in, touchdown Seattle! With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Blue striking. Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Go red. Go red.
They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there.
Oh, this is blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green. Light blue. Yellow. Go.
They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Black shot.
2nd and 3. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready, go.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. In motion left, the tight end. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready.
They'll try and run, Walker. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. They'll run for it. It's Walker.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Quick.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Niners. 75 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Hey, come on.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Thompson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
3rd and goal, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Black Ultra.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Blaster, stick. Hey, blue.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 107 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They go play action with Jackson. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yellow. Black, red. 6, red. Yellow, blue. Red.
2nd and 2. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This one goes underneath to Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Hey,
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Niners 23, Seahawks 14.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Ready?
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Out to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Seibert's kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, Brian, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, Jackson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Force.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hayes. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD, trailing on the... And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Niners 39. Seahawks.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch. Made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. Opposite. Green.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Nice move.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Okay, ready?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And completes it again to Metcalf. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Ready?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Black Ultra. Go pink. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. He'll buy some time right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 211 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready. Seal. Black. Red. Yellow. Blaster. Stick. Blue. Black.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll drop to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.